Hey, what up guys? It's Chunky C. Hope everybody had a good holiday. Hope everybody's getting ready to have a good New Year's. I wanted to come to you today and talk to you a little bit about something that I've been noticing, a trend that's going on with YouTube. This is kind of more targeted to the folks, the new folks that are in the hobby, who come on YouTube to get reviews of products or airplanes or pretty much anything that people come on YouTube to look for. Doesn't necessarily have to be RC airplanes. It could be anything from fishing gear or a new generator or whatever. But I've been on YouTube a really long time, even before I started this channel, kind of researching how people do their channels, how they do their formats, how they lead into stuff, just overall how they build their videos. And through the years, I've been following quite a few channels, and I've started noticing a trend of some of the channels that are beginning to become sponsored. In my opinion, I know this is probably going to make a lot of people mad. I'm probably going to hurt some feelings, but to be honest, if you're offended by this video and your feelings are hurt, it's probably because I'm right, and you're probably part of the problem. But I've noticed a lot of channels, since they got sponsorships, to me, they don't really seem to be truthful about their reviews. For example, this weekend I did a video last weekend with my Bighorn. It was kind of a busy day. It was the weekend after Thanksgiving. You've probably seen the video. We did quite a bit of flying in a very short time there. We were, as soon as one plane come down, we were putting another one up. And between all the flying, having to deal with the video equipment, trying to do videos for my channel, I don't feel like I really got an adequate test flight out of the Bighorn. And I've flown a lot of planes through the years to know that usually on that first flight, you don't get the full feel of the aircraft. Just bear with me here. You'll understand where I'm going with this in a moment. You take a plane off, when it's your maiden flight of the airplane that you built, you have a lot of emotions running through you. You have excitement, you got your nerves, you don't want to crash the plane. There's a lot of things going on there, and it's really hard to get an accurate assessment of how an airplane is going to fly or how it's performs on that first flight. I'm a firm believer that in order to get a good feel for an airplane, you need to fly it multiple times. Now, I'm not saying you got to fly it for a year or anything like that, but you'll notice, and some of the seasoned flyers, I'm sure that they'll agree with this, the first time you fly a plane, even compared to the 5th time that you fly that plane or the 4th time, it's going to feel different. It's going to be different because the nerves have kind of settled down. You know how the plane's going to react. The excitement's kind of gone away, and you can focus more on what's going on with the airplane. With that being said, that's why when I go on YouTube, I really try to look for reviews of people who have put the time into the review. And this leads me back to my original statement in the video. I've been noticing a lot of YouTube channels that I've been following through the years that seem to be getting more and more, it seems like they're not being very truthful with their reviews, and here's what I mean. Some of these channels are getting really big. They're getting monetized, which I ain't gonna lie, I hope one day this channel gets monetized. It's gonna be a very long time. I mean, at the rate I'm going, hopefully it happens one day. But they're getting monetized, and that's cool, that's sweet. And they're getting sponsorships. I think the sponsorships are the problem. Now, I'm not knocking a sponsorship. I really hope one day I get one. But I hope that I can be biased in my opinion. I don't want a sponsorship that is going to make me have to sway my opinion just to keep the sponsorship, or you know, keep me in business, so to say. And I've seen some channels that I feel that's exactly what they're doing. There's a couple of channels out there, they get a new plane or two every week. All right, so where were we? Sorry for the interruption there. Old Bebop showed up with a little toy over here. We got to do an unboxing video here in a second. But what I was saying is there's some channels out there that I've noticed are getting very commercialized. I don't blame them for what they're doing. You know, they got to keep the channel going. They got to keep the revenue going. They've got to keep, you know, everything alive and everything hopping. But when I watch a video of someone who does a review and they're getting 2 or 3 planes a week, pumping out 2 or 3 videos a week, and every single channel, or I mean, I'm sorry, every single, you know, flight that they do, as soon as a plane takes off, within 30 minutes, they're praising about how great the plane is and how well it flies. And, you know, no matter how many videos you watch, it just, they don't really seem to really badmouth anything. Now that, you know, that just shows that there's a lot of good planes out there. But for me, that kind of just throws up a red flag. I want someone who's going to be kind of honest with their review. You know, if the plane flies like crap, I want somebody to tell me it flies like crap, because it's my money. I don't own the plane. That person flying it owns the plane, and I want to know their true thoughts on it. And I don't want someone to give me their advice strictly based on the fact that they are trying to keep the airplanes coming to them in the mail. Whoever their supplier is or whoever's doing their sponsorship knows that they're not going to do a bad review, so they just keep pumping them planes, you know, over and over and over again, and they'll just keep giving good reviews just to keep getting the planes and to keep the channel alive. And like I said, in a way, I kind of understand why. I don't agree with it, but that's just the nature of the beast, and I wanted to let you guys know, be aware of that. You know, take a look at a review. You know, if you see the person, you know, doing a lot of reviews that are, you know, they're constantly good reviews, and as soon as the plane takes off, you know, from the beginning of the video to the end of it, they're just praising it and praising it. You know, stop and think, you know, look at their sponsor, you know, where are they getting their planes from, and that'll be a dead giveaway. Me, as far as my channel goes, like I said, one day maybe I'll get to the point to where, you know, I'll be lucky enough to get monetized, and, you know, maybe I'll get sponsors. But I can promise you one thing, I will never let a sponsor sway my opinion on anything on this channel, and I will try to do the best, give you the best review that I can, even if it means I have to take a couple of months using the product or whatever it is. I want to make sure that I understand the content that I'm putting out, and I'm giving you the best information that I can give you. I don't want anybody to sway my opinion or anything like that. And to be perfectly honest with you, if you're going to have a sponsor and they are going to try to make you do things like that, more than likely you're probably better off without them. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I've got a cool toy over here we got to do an unboxing of. That's just my rant, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope I didn't make anybody too mad, but it's just something that I had to get off my chest. So until the next time, guys, peace and have a happy new year.